Good day, people. Mansada, and welcome back to Gerda,
Assistance could be valuable.
A Flame in the Winter.
Reinhard has offered to look after Anders if I help him with something. I wonder what it could be. The soldiers and workers here might be willing to tell me something about Mr. Vestergaard. What sort of secrets is he hiding? The resistance could be...
Well, here we are, then. I wonder how Peter's doing about what happened last night. And what about Esther and her daughter? What will I say to them? I guess I've got no choice to what to find out. Oh, were I able to like give the vaccine to, or give the thing to? Oh. The entrance to the inn. Just a moment, I'll be right. Ah, Gerda, it's you. I must have missed you when you came by yesterday. I suppose you're here to see the others. Well, go on then. They're out back. She cocks her head in the direction of the kitchen. What if I'm here to see you, huh? Old Carl appears to aimlessly be muttering to himself. Hey, what are you looking at? He's focusing intently on rearranging the bottles underneath the bar. Yes, can I get you anything? Slowly. Sundays are usually are. I don't know if it's because everyone feels a bit more holy after attending church, or if it's simply just because they no longer have to distract themselves from work. Either way, on days like this, I'll have to content myself with regulars such as old Carl over there. What about the soldiers who come here? Well, you probably know how I feel about them. Still, I must admit they always pay well. It softens things. It softens the sting of having to see them walk in here like they own the damn place. Prison board, there are few papers stuck here in it. Mr. Nisdale is now taking a new student to learn the piano. Piece of paper covered in grease stains and watermarks. It's paper with sturdy carpet. It seems quite ordinary. I think I remember how to do this. Ah, there we go. Well, that... But we can't just... Gerda! You're back. Peter's told me that you helped him get the pencil in from the clinic after all. I don't think Kessie would have survived the night without it. We are really most grateful, thank you. What we did was wrong. You shouldn't thank me. How's your man doing now? He's resting. We'd appreciate it if you could take another look at him now that you're here. Oh, before you do that, I need to talk to Gerda for a spell. Of course, I had to go prepare for our next move. Come to see me when you're done here. Gerda, join me over by the truck, will you? A sweet circusy fragrance lingers in the air. An orange peel. How on earth did they manage to get their hands on this? His fingers are idly drumming on the metal frame of the truck door. So what did you want to talk about? I just wanted to thank you for what you did at the clinic. We hadn't gotten the pencil and Kessie might have been a goner. And I know she doesn't really show it, but the chief really is grateful for what you did. We all are. And that thing German soldiers mentioned about having seen me at the Black Market, can we keep it between us? The chief knows that we deal under the table, so to speak. but she might not take kindly to us dealing with a load of corrupt German soldiers. You should tell her. I think she'll be even less pleased to find out you've been keeping secret from her. You're probably right. I'll try to see if I can. We hear several the boxes inside the truck topple over. What the hell? Ah! It's the boy again. He stares at the both of us. His eyes are wide with fear. Then he attempts to bolt to the side. Shit, hey! Peter grabs the boy and slams him violently against the side of the truck. Let go of me! Let me go! Henrich! Henrik, stay calm please. Let me go, you traitors! Stop squealing, you little shit. What are you doing here? I don't have to answer to you. Now let me go, I'll tell father, I'll tell everyone where you're hiding. Oh, you think you're smart, huh? Hiding in my truck, spying on us like you're some kind of bloody Nazi detective. Fucking hell, this is bad. He's just a boy, let's sort this out. Well, I can't very well let him scramble off now, can I? Look at his uniform, the boss of damn Nazi. God damn it. Why did you have to come here? Peter's hands are inching towards his pocket. Peter, wait. What? His father's a Gestapo officer. Are you serious? He's much more valuable alive. I think I understand what this is now. Henrik, listen, I can help you. These are decent folk. They won't harm you, right, Peter? Nobody needs to die today, as long as this nobody doesn't do anything stupid. Henrik stops struggling and slumps down. He'll make sure they don't hurt me, right? Of course. What the hell is this? Leatherface turns pale as her eyes settle on Henrik. Chief, I swear I didn't. He was hiding inside the truck. I have no idea how he got in. What is going on back here? I heard. Who is that boy? Why is he? She takes a sharp inhale. You brought a Nazi into my inn. No, we didn't, man. He was hiding in the. Calm down, Miss Elon. No, don't tell me to calm down. You keep that boy in here. Let's be so sensible. He's already seen too much for us to let him go. Where are any customers in the bar? Oh, no, only old Carl. Did he eat anything? No, he was drunk as a fiddler when I left him. From experience, I'd say he hasn't heard a thing. God. Good, that means we are the only ones who know about this. Peter, tie up the boy until we figure out what to do with him. I'm on it. Miss Elon, please, let's talk. Essos is eyeing Henrik nervously. Are they going to keep him here? I hope not. That makes two of us. Mama? Ach, nein, Sophia, what are you doing here? Get back in bed. There's low humming sound coming from behind the door. It's locked. Wow. She's stroking her daughter's hair smoothly. Softly. Oh, mein Schatz. How many times do I have to tell you? When I tell you to stay somewhere, you need to stay there until I tell you it's safe. I'm sorry, Mama. How are you two doing? I'm fine, but my little girl's getting worse. I'm sorry I couldn't do more. I hate to ask any more favors, but if you want to get out of this, we want to get out of this time as quickly as we can. If you come across any information regarding a possible means of transportation, please let us know. He's being busy trying Henrik up with a rope. There, that should do it. He ain't going to be run off. He ain't going to be running off anytime soon. Are you alright, Henrik? I'm fine. They'll find me, you know. And then you'll all be sorry. Shut up, you. Shut your trap, kid. She's trying to calm the agitated in risking both my livelihood and my life for your lot. I won't stand for it. I want him out of here. Can't we bring him somewhere else? You want to sneak a Nazi kid around town while he screams bloody murder? That's not gonna work. The boy knows the inn is helping the resistance now. He knows about the smuggling. If we go down, you go down too. She scoffs and puts her arm across her chest. Well, what are we going to do with him then? We can't just sit around all day drinking tea or something. I'll figure something out, I can count on it. You'd better. Gerda, come see me in a moment. There's something I want to talk about. Well, can I just leave? Oh, well, no, I probably can't. Her shoulders are heaving slightly as she leans over the desk. What a mess. You want to speak with me? Yes. Peter says that you are friends with Richard's daughter. I assume that means you're attending the old profiteer's party tonight. That's the plan. We received a tip that's too good to pass. A citizen sympathetic to our cause is planning to deliver valuable information at the banquet. Clearly Peter and I can attend ourselves. Our plan as so far has been to send Torben to investigate this lead. He's not a member of our organization, but he's dependable. However, since you've proven yourself to be reliable, it might be better to have someone like you there. You are, after all, a woman of the people, aren't you? Opinions are divided. Peter tells me that your Danish and German heritage is invaluable, that it lets you glide between the social circles. We could use someone like that at tonight's event, but I need to know, can we trust you? After what you did for us last night, I'd think too so. But you can never tell, you can never tell, can you? If you help me, I'll help you. Lever breathes out a sigh and it's quiet for a moment. Well done, Larsen. We look forward to your contribution. And and one last thing before you go. Yes? I'll be heading north up near the old Hansen farm to pick up some equipment. Peter will have to stay here and keep an eye on the Nazi kid. If you have any time to spare, I'd appreciate your help. Think about it.
At the front, soldiers shoot at other soldiers. In the air, pilots bring down rival airmen. And on the sea, sailors hurl volleys at enemy ships. But here in Tinglev, our resistance had been forced to capture a young boy who would reveal their whereabouts. It's hard to see what else they could have done, but my stomach churned at the sight of an imprisoned child. Was it right to hold him like this?
But this was no surprise. The boy was old enough to have chosen his ideology, and old enough to be held accountable for it. Hate could not go unanswered. This boy was also a victim of the Nazis. In his own way, it was wrong to punish him for the sins of his father.
This poor boy was also a victim of the Nazis, in his own way. It was wrong to punish him for the sins of his father.
Holy shit. Oh my, that's a lot.
I should visit Margit. Maybe she can reveal what her father is up to. Or I could find out something on my own. I've been told that Leva will be carrying out a mission here today. If I go and help her, she might come to trust me more.
The old Hansen farm. It's not often that I'm this far out of town. My legs feel slightly chilly-like from biking through so much snow. Liva told me she'd be somewhere in this area. I hope she's still around. Well, she is right here. Gerda, you actually came. I guess you found the place easily enough then. What are we doing all the way out here? The British dropped a few supply crates near here last week. With any work, we'll be walking away with our hands full. What kind of stuff are we looking for? Depends on what they dropped. Guns and explosive if we're lucky. You don't know what they sent you. No, not this time. Follow me. Damn it, it's jammed shut. But it can't be the only one they dropped. Let's look for the other crates and something to pry this one open with. We don't have much time, so spread out and see what you can find. COE supply crate, splintered and rotten, but still sealed shut. No way I could get this open without some kind of tool. Check, we're pulling this anytime soon. It looks like this tractor engine has been modified. Anders mentioned something about converting the tractors to use wood instead of gas. I wonder if we worked on this one. Her gaze is fixed on the horizon. You looking for something? I thought there might be some crates out there. Don't see much of anything really. What's on the number on this place? It's in shambles. What do you expect when the farmer have to switch crops all the time? Chasing prices that change every week. Common folk barely stand a chance on this system. Let's get going. COE, so very long only to get burned in snow. Another crate. Anything good inside? Haven't opened it yet. Looks just like it's just flyers. To citizens of Denmark, to people of Great Britain, stand with you in your opposition to the German oppressors. Can't shoot a Nazi with flyers. Could give them a paper cut. Well then, let's get these shipped straight to Hitler. We can win the war through mild invitation. Hopefully the other crates will have something with a bit more kick. Let's keep looking. Would be nice if I could run. There's one out there. And there's also one over here. Missing a parachute. Where did it end up? Did you find something? What you've got? Seems empty. Damn, those drops might have been picked clean. There's something you're not telling me. We are not the only resistance group around here, Gerda. Plenty of folks want to see the Germans sent back across the border, preferably in coffins. The sooner the better. The equation is getting tedious. In any case, it's probably possible another resistance cells has already been here. We should keep looking. There could still be something useful in the other crates. Let's keep it at it. Nope, can't go over there. must have come down to collapse the roof like that. So that just fell through the roof. No damage to the crate. Boy, this one sure got stuck up high. Let me just... Gerda, what are you doing up there? There's a crate here. You said to look for crates. Get down from there. Anders could be furious if he knew. Why on earth would he be furious? Why do you think he wants his good little wife to stay out of trouble? I tell you to talk about this town here, but I guess you do what you want. You're almost as stubborn as your husband. Sometimes it's best not to budge. Whew. Well, you've got that right. Anders would never budge if he thought an operation was too responsible. What about the factory? It was a clean job. It should have gone off perfectly. But the Gestapo found out about him somehow. We still have to figure out what happened. But we'll deal with that later. Anything in the crate? Ah, this one is sealed shut just like the first. Hold on, there's something to the snow next to the crate. Let me just... There it is. What'd you find? A metal bar. I think I can use to pry to open the crate. Not bad, Larsen. Let's see what's inside. A bunch of little metal spikes. Ah, I bet these could pierce tires. Good eye. That's exactly what they're for. There's something else underneath. Medical supplies. That's a struggle lock. You should take these. You'll put them to better use. I'll hang on to the caltrops. We used them all the time back in Copenhagen. Aren't you supposed to be up here when you're talking to me? Do you miss the city? I miss the music. The jazz clubs were something to see. And the people, I miss the people. Maybe we got a little overzealous, too reckless. You never got caught? Me? No. And the other members of your group, most of them didn't make it. I'm sorry. Me too. They were good people, but we still got supplies to find. I'll see if there's anything north of the fence. Why don't you take that bar you found open the first crate by the road? Get down from there. Wait. Ah, here. Alright, time to muscle up. The wood creaks, then snaps open. What are these? They look like a vacuum tubes. They can't use in radio. Gah! Bang! A gunshot. It sounded like it came up from up ahead. Oh no, liver! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! 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 Wait. Yeah. What's going on here? We were wondering the same thing. Axel. Finn. Caught this one here about to bust our supply crate. Your crate? Hey, our crate. We spent weeks coordinating this job with the British. Not about to let some out of town snag our supplies. Aren't you on the same side? Exactly, we're all fighting the Germans here. Just because we have a common enemy doesn't mean we are on the same side. We don't need you wasting our supplies on some silly capers. Capers, my group has done more around here than your upstarts. You better remember that next time you go around shooting off warning shots. Oh, then why didn't the Brits send you these supplies, eh? You're so goddamn effective. Well, she does operate under the radar. That's the point, isn't it? I'm guessing you are new to this lady. We are all operate under the radar, but I reckon there's reason the British don't like her. Isn't that right, Sparrow? We just don't like they just don't like my politics. But my comrades died are the ones who died for our people. Let's all simmer down. Why? So she can take our explosives. No thanks. Get away from our stuff. And do it quick. Next time it won't be a warning shot. Oh shit. Ah, can you see that we need the supplies? We all need supplies. This is a goddamn war. There aren't easy answers here, lady. Shit. We shouldn't be fighting each other. Fuck, okay. Too late for that. Leave a shot Finn. Leave a shot a rival resistance member while arguing over the supplies. Liver! Finn! My arm! She got me in my shooting arm. And I'll get you again if you don't back off here. The Germans get here. Come on, Gerda. Grab what you can and let's get out of here. Alright. Alright, girl. Let's go. Sorry, they were kinda assholes.
For weeks, or even months, another resistance group had risked discovery, secretly communicating with the British under the very nose of the occupation. These late arrival resistance fighters had dreamed up schemes and sabotages, all of which relied on the contents of this drop. And here we were, ready to snatch their prize from under them. Was that right?
Is no what you would put this because if it better use girls to swap. We did not know the extent of their plans, which comrades or loved ones they wanted to save. Taking these supplies robbed them of those possibilities. Seemed like this doesn't go for spare effect.
We didn't know the extent of their plans, which comrades or loved ones they wanted to save. Taking these supplies robbed them of those possibilities. Reinhard has offered to look after Anders.
Oh shit, they're all timed now.
Soldiers and workers here. I should visit Margit. Maybe
I'm not going to make a deal with fucking Reinhard. Honestly, anyone with tried like wait this long must be up to something. Time to figure out just how much Margaret knows about her father. Water is frozen solid. It's almost big enough to be an ice thing. Actually, Margaret and I did try to skate on it once when we were little. We weren't very successful. I should find Margaret and talk to her. Sail went frozen grim and turned the glass to clouded gray. You can see their horses moving around in their stalls. One of Mr. Westergaard's cars is parked in here as well. They're not lacking for means of transportation, that's for sure. I've knocked on this door many times throughout the years. Oh, Frau Larsen. I'm here too. You must be here to see Miss Margaret. Please come in. Yeah, that's exactly what I was. It's freezing out here, there. Please wait here. I'll go fetch Miss Margaret. The temperature is so nice in here, and no doubt the quality of Westergaard's connection. Gerda, you came. I'm so sorry that the place is such a mess right now. A mess. The floor has been polished to such a luster. I can practically see my own reflection. This is the cleanest mess I've ever seen. Yes, well, you know my father and his parties. No expenses are spared. and nothing less than a grand spectacle will do. The staff will be at it all day. Is your father home? Why, oh goodness no. He's away on business, but he'll be back before tonight's festivities. But I'm being terribly rude by keeping you here in the foyer. Come, let's go to the sitting room. I've already sent for tea. Alright. We'd better not disturb Vera while she's working. Come on, let's go around. I'm going to disturb Vera. She's faithfully rubbing polish onto the door handle. Boo. She seems awfully precise. How's the cleaning going? It's the same way it always does. Do some here, there's no more to do there, it never ends. Oh, Miss Larson, I didn't realize it was you. We haven't seen you around your house in a while. I heard about your husband. Seems like the whole town has. Indeed, word travels fast around here. He's a hero, a ruffian, depending on who you ask. And if I ask you, I think your husband could have picked a better target. Mr. Whittaker might not have been an angel, but he keeps plenty of people working. Myself included. And at a fair wage too. Better than fair. Maybe next time your husband can blow up a place that doesn't employ innocent Danes. I'm sorry. It's not your fault. Now go on, Miss Margaret is waiting for you. Ooh, wait, what? Wait, what? Huh. Regular chair. I wonder how many people they're expecting tonight. I should follow Margaret. She's waiting to carry some food. Quite a table setting they're going here. Pity the maid who has rushed all these dishes. Joanna, her face is fighting a losing battle against a yarn. Oof. You'll have to excuse me, Frau Larsen. Hardly got any sleep last night. These guys the back garden is covered in white blanket of snow. It looks the very picture of idyllic rural life. Just black fabric is sticking out beneath the lid. Black out curtain. It must be a nightmare for those servants to take these down every day. But I suppose there are some laws even Mr. Westergaard must obey. Throughout the entirety of occupation, the Germans enforced strict blackout rules on the Danish population. From dusk till dawn, all windows had to be darkened and outdoor lighting was kept to an absolute minimum. Lights on all vehicles had to be covered, so only a small horizontal stripe of light was able to shine through. The purpose was to make it difficult for Allied planes to navigate it. To navigate across the country under the cover of night. When the country was declared freed on the evening of the 4th of May. Wait, so these are just facts? Yeah, I know it says facts, but I thought it was like trivia or notes or something. Not actual history. When people immediately ripped down all the blackout curtains and went to burn them in the streets. Today it's a tradition in Denmark to light candles in the window sills on the evening before Liberation Day, the 4th of May. The fuck it's not! Unless I'm just dumb and haven't heard of this. Please have a seat. I'll pour you a cup of tea. No, what's in here? I need to talk to Margaret first. Oh, fuck off. Fancy wooden chair. I can imagine how you must be feeling right now. Anders placed under arrest by the Gestapo. I never thought something like that would happen to the two of you. You're just about the nicest people I know. It's true Anders is a part of the resistance. Did you know about it? I knew very little, but I thought he was only helping Peter with some small acts of protest, illegal flyers and such. I never imagined he was involved in something as dangerous as this, but surely there must be something we can do. I feel so helpless, Margaret. And not just because of what's happened to Anders. It's like the entire town is covered in prickly vines. And as much as I try to untangle them, they just keep wrapping themselves around us, tighter and tighter. Oh, but my dearest friends, it's not your job to fix the entire town. Don't ever think that. Here, why don't you have some chocolate? I've heard that is calming for the nerves. Thank you. The chocolate melts against my tongue. It tastes divine. Good, aren't they? It's... Mike looks about the room for a moment, conspirational expression on the face. It's genuine cocaine. My father got them from some of his contacts in the, from smugglers, I think. Does he do that kind of thing often? Yes, I suppose he must. We're not lacking for supplies in this house. Oh, but you know, he really isn't such a bad man. His factory does put a food on a lot of workers. I know. He's always been very kind towards me as well, but he's been dealing with the Nazis, and they arrested your husband. Exactly. Would you like some more chocolate? Yeah, well, yes, please. Father's position is complicated. You know, he's not fond of Wolfgang anymore. What matters is how you feel. Well, Wolfie is ever so sweet and so much more refined than those brutes he works with. A poor gentleman, he recruited more poems to me. Le Montave, can you believe it? A German officer recruiting a Russian poet in this day and age? He was so sheepish about the whole thing too. It was splendid. Margaret's smile fades. Do you think he'll have to go back to Germany? Let's hope not. But who knows with the way the war is going. But here I am cooing about the Wolfgang when Anders is still behind bars. Oh God, you looking really pale. Did you have something to eat today? Here, please take some more chocolate. Thank you. They do hit the spot. I'm glad you like them. My father's scheming and connection at least have some use. You know, the other day I heard him talking on the phone. As far as I could tell, he was speaking with some... Hold on, let's make sure no one is listening. There's a lot of chocolate left. Leave them alone. Alright, it seems like we are alone. From what I could hear, father was talking to some merchants from up north. It sounded like he was going to meet them later to finalize a big purchase. I heard him saying something about the gold pig, a show of faith. It's like something out of a detective novel, don't you think? Sounds intriguing. But why a gold pig? Perhaps has something to do with Danish pork, I'm not sure. Have another chocolate while you think of it. Well, alright. Since you insist. I admire father, of course. But sometimes I wonder if he's too caught up in whatever game he's invented for himself. You know how I started writing about him, and Wolfgang and Jacob and the whole town. Don't know if it's much anything, but I've got pages of it back in my room. I'm sorry, I'm getting a bit carried away, aren't I? I'd love to see those pages. Really? We would, of course. Oh, alright, I'll go fetch him. I'll be right back. Wow, a close-up. I haven't... Okay. He'll probably be gone in a few minutes. I'm sorry, Margaret, but this is my chance. I need to go see if I can find anything in the Westergaard's office. Anything that will help me persuade him to help others. But, just a book about potatoes. Listen, Mr. Westergaard's office. That doesn't have signature. is addressed to Mr. Vestergaard, but something seems off. Dear Mr. Vestergaard, in order to make your dirty money, you have to enter the unholy alliance of the Nazi state. I wonder if you'll be able to live happily after this war if you do not let something other than the money guide you. You should let your daughter read this letter if you have the courage. That's awfully polite for a threat. I wonder who could have written this. Jacob, no. Harald. Wesker says, who knows what he keeps in here? It's locked. I think Margaret once mentioned her father keeps a spare key in the library. Of course. Just going through this mansion, just references. It looks like itself is filled with a lot of economics on books and comics. Profit and interest, no. Economy and society, no. Mr. Wesker sure has an exciting taste. Or maybe this one. The Wolf of Nations, no. It's time to try a different shelf. So many first edition. What a collection. Gulliver's Travels, nope. The Ship of the Line, no key. Someone sure likes adventure books. How about White Fang? Nope. I'll need to keep looking. At Briarming Bookshop, so many first editions. It must have nice to have someone but Pelle the Conqueror, nope. No! Nope, no key. Lucky Pierre, Unlucky Gerda, maybe. Fame and Fortune, or the Progress of Richard Hunter. Here it is. I should get moving. Bringing so many first editions. I wish I had time to dig through it, but not now. Oh, Ah, there we go. A perfect fit. Oh, what's this? A folder of paper sits inside the drawer, the German eagle and the cover proud and taunting. Next to it, an expensive-looking golden pig smiles at me from the shadows. Who's there? Is someone in Mr. Westergaard's office? Oh no, she'll be here in a second. Take the papers. The papers barely disappear into the bag before the maid bursts in the room. Miss Larsen! What on earth are you doing in here? You have no business in this office. I was admiring the decor. There's plenty to admire in the rest of the house. This is a private office. I don't care how close you are with the family. You can't just barge in as you please. I'm sorry. You should be. There are rules for a reason. You know not everyone will give a chance just because your husband was arrested. Your Larsens are so impetuous. You're just like your husband. So what if I am? Oh, you think that's something noble to you? Fancy yourself a Western fighter too, do you? That's worst thing to be. Ah, see, just like your husband. You think he gave a single thought to the people working in the factory, to the ones who might be out of a job now. A job producing goods for Nazis? That's easy enough for you to say. You get to live in a nice house with your nice job at the Dr. Lindholm's clinic. You have no idea what real scarcity is. Thank goodness Westergaard takes care of us. I'm not about to let him let some snoop take advantage of him. What's in your bag, eh? In my bag, Gerda? Where are you? What's going on in here? Oh, Miss Margaret, you won't believe it. Miss Larsen is snooping around your father's office. Oh, Valor. Surely it's not as serious as that. Gerda, this is true. Hardly call it snooping. I was just looking at some things. Oh, well, that seems quite natural to me. My father has some interesting things in his office. Those things are private and certainly don't belong in Miss Larsen's bag. Oh, that's a strong accusation, don't you think? Well, I know what I saw, miss. I simply must insist that Miss Larsen empty her bag. Right this instant. Margaret, please make her stop. Well, until my father comes back, I suppose I am in charge around here. Leave my friend alone, please. Fine, if that is what you wish, Miss Westergaard. But I'm going to have to insist that you both leave this office at once. Oh, fine, come on, Gerda. Good day. Perhaps I should be handling that better. You did nothing wrong. Or perhaps you're right, but Vera's been with us for a very long time and she knows very protective of Father. You could have trusted me, you know. I'm as interested in what Father is up to as anyone else, and his daughter perhaps even more so. Well, what do you take? Oh my, is that train schedule? Why didn't you tell me you were looking for something like this? I wasn't sure what I was looking for. Father is up to so much these days, but I want to know if it's something bad. It looks like a train schedule for a train headed to Germany. Father certainly sells things to the Germans, but I've never seen a shipment this large before. The radius we make here could hardly fill a fifth of these train cars. What could he be sending? I think we'll need to do some more digging. Will you tell me if you learn anything else tonight at the banquet? Of course. Thank you. There's a folder lying on the table next to Market. It must be the piece of writing that you went to get for me. What about your stories? Oh, don't worry about that now. You have a lot on your mind. I'll see you at the banquet, I suppose. What is Vestergaard up to?
The Vestergaard Manor was a testament to one man's ambition, and it seeped through every corner of the building. Even when he was gone, his presence dominated the rooms. I had hoped to find something incriminating, but there was no clear evidence to be had. Only vague indications that riled my curiosity and threatened to strain my friendship with Margaret.
Vestergaard was a secretive for a reason. There was no shame in hunting down secrets as clearly corrupt. There was worse sins to commit after church than sneaking into a rich man's office in search of nefarious documents. Vestergaard didn't seem to be a monster, but didn't mean to he lacked skeletons in the closet. Perhaps these could be used to pressure him.
Vestergaard didn't seem to be a monster, but that didn't mean he lacked skeletons in his closet. Perhaps these could be used to pressure him.
Well, I don't need that much compassion.
I need to convince Mr. Vestergaard to help free Anders. If he won't offer aid, then who can I turn to?
What now?
There's something up ahead.
No, not over here. Oh wait, maybe. But wasn't I already at the mansion? Why couldn't I just stay there until the banquet? Be the first guest there. Holy shit! What happened here? Oh no, a car accident. I need to get to the banquet, but I can't just bike past these poor folks in good conscience and to see if there's anything I can do to help. Its front has been completely smashed by the tree. How fast were they driving this thing? Her eyes are reeling with tears tense to the wounded boy. Shh, darling, it's okay, it's alright. Ah! Mom! It hurts! Is he bleeding anywhere, ma'am? No, I don't think so. But please, we need to get him to a doctor. What happened? Oh, the moronic driver. He hit my son with his car and then crashed into the tree over there. Whoever even drives that speed over the slippery roads. Wait, I know you. You're the nurse who works at Dr. Lindholm's clinic. Miss Larson's, right? Please help my boy. The boy appears to be fine. He's just making a big fuss over nothing, as children do. You should go check up on the driver instead. He seems dazed. How dare you? My son needs immediate treatment. The boy is the victim. You're absolutely right. You're both being hysterical. It's fine. Boys are tough. Are you saying he I can't tell when my own child is suffering. My poor boy. Let me have a look at him. Shush, I won't hurt you. Just look into my eyes for a moment. The boy quiets his sobs and blinks for a moment, then he stares at me, his eyes still wet with tears. He seems lucid enough to no signs of any concussion. Now, I'm just going to check if anything's broken, alright? The boy nods so solemnly as I examine him. He recalls in pain just as a hand reaches his left wrist. His wrist is sprained, but luckily it doesn't seem to be worse than that. Oh, thank goodness. How can you do anything to ease the pain? Get him to the clinic. He'll be fine. You will drive them, right? Yes, of course. What kind of men do you take us for? Thank you, Miss Larsen. You're very kind. Keep your hands off me. Oh, what is he getting himself into? Oh, please, Miss Larsen. My husband and I aren't from this region. His German skills are quite poor. Skills. Could you go make sure that's all right? I have to stay here with my son. Of course, excuse me. His face is red and bloody with anger. You can't do this. This is outrage. Sir, calm down. I don't speak Danish. I can't understand a word you're saying. Well, you speak English perfectly fine, apparently. God damn it, foreign soldiers. You are German. Why aren't you telling me what happened? Helmut, tell him it was your fault. I'm sorry, but I wonder what's going on here. Asking Danish. Excuse me, what seems to be the problem? The Danish father turns to me, relief on his face. Finally, a voice of reason. My dear ladies, would you happen to speak German? The soldiers keep ignoring everything I say and trying to pawn these documents on me, which looks like a fine. I'm trying to tell him that my boy got severely hurt because the man there drives like a maniac, but nothing I say seems to get through the thick skull of his. I'll try to talk to him. What's the situation here, officer? This man and his family were driving in the middle of the road with hardly any lights on. Lights? I understood that word as he complaining about the lights on our bikes. Well, tell him that it's the fault of his damned occupation's blackout rules. We were driving with as much light as we could, as the unfortunate gentleman next to me could swerve his car in time and ram into the tree down the road. I couldn't see them. They just came right out of nowhere. Nowhere. Now, I'm trying to explain to this Danish fellow here that he needs to pay a fine to cover the damages. What about the boy? An unfortunate incident to be sure, but hardly the fault of this gentleman. What was he to do? What he's saying? He says you need to pay a fine for damages incurred to the car. I have to pay a fine. The German bastard who was driving the car is clearly drunk as a skunk, and he was way over the speed limit. Examine the driver. He reeks of liquor and his eyes seems to constantly glaze over. I don't think he has sustained any injuries. Are you drunk, sir? Drunk? I am no such thing. What a blatant lie. He's clearly drunk, sir. Who's to say? Who doesn't change his scenario at the hand? Just tell this man he needs to take the fine or we'll be forced to arrest him. Hold on just a second. Shit. Of course. That's so much for the noble Wehrmacht. Just tell him to take the fine. He insists you pay the fine. This is ridiculous. I don't have that kind of money. I agree, officer. It's not fair. I won't take this anymore. Holy shit! What do you think you're doing? I'm arresting you for assaulting a member of the Wehrmacht. You animals. Be quiet or we'll take you too. Cuff him! Hey, wait. Oh, whoops. What are you going on? What are you doing to him? Your husband is under arrest for assault. We're taking him down to the station, but we must have been some kind of mistake. No mistake here, I'm sorry. Come along now, you and the boy can accompany him to the station. You had best be on your way as well, It's a miserable business, but there's nothing more I can do. I need to get to the banquet. I've already lost too much time here. I was drunk, but I didn't have any insight. It seems the entire town has arrived for the banquet. This is my best chance to see if Mr. Vestergaard will help Anders. I have to convince him. Wine and dine. This is witty and menacing. The Gestapo's car. Yeah, Gestapos. This same car is starting to remind me of hers. Scratch the cars. Whoops! It's just a scratch. I left the gates and stalls Gestapo car while it was parked outside the banquet. A small revenge. Well, I got an achievement for it. The water is frozen solid. It seems so much bigger when I was a child. Market and I even tried to use it as a rink. Breath hitches from in my throat as I appear. Welcome to the Vestergaard's man, Miss Larsens. May I take your coat? Yes, please. Well, don't you look nice? Gerda, I'm so glad you were able to attend. I know you might not be in the mood for revelry at the moment, but this will be a great opportunity to convert Mr. Vestergaard to a cause. I hope he's able to do something. He is Tingler's most promising citizen. If anyone can bestow aid, it is him. Frau Larsen, welcome. Can I offer you a refreshment? It might help my nerves, but I need to keep my wits about me. Yes, thank you, Johanna. The liquid makes my throat all warm and fuzzy. What about you, dear pastor? Ah, that's very kind of you, but I'm afraid champagne is too prickly for my throat. Well, I don't suppose you might be able to pursue a hot toddy. Certainly, I'll ask in the kitchen. Remember how that Vestergaard enjoys a sparring match. The more prepared you are, the better. He's just in the dining hall now. See if you can catch his ear. He's usually quite tucked away in that chair. My old bones need a rest. I would that I had your full vigor, my child. They're listening to Wolfgang rapt attention. Well, I do believe that Reach has brought some much needed order in the area. Well, this is the same room as the one on the street. But can they maintain it with how the war is going? Our nascent great enterprise certainly at a challenging juncture. But rest assured, ma'am, the German spirit will prevail as it always has. Yes, sir. How fortunate for all us Danes who can manage ourselves, apparently. What do you make of this divine German spirit, Gerda? It means different things to different people. I wish it meant a bit less hassle for me at the station. The occupation is filling out so many extra forms. I think in time you will come to see the value of her patronage. There's Mr. Vestergaard. I'm afraid Mr. Vestergaard is in the middle of a private conversation. If you look to speak with him, you'll have to wait until dinner. I believe Miss Margaret's in her room. She is expecting you. Why? Yes. He's wrapped up in the conversation. I see you managed to find your way to the party, Frau Larsen. Do you think Margaret will be joining the festivities soon? She's not usually a big fan of parties. Margaret has always preferred more intimate affairs. Our dear Margaret certainly can be a bit shy, but I cannot understand why she is a far better company than anyone else here. So speaking of that, perhaps I should return to the conversation at hand. I swear to God, if I get fucking copyrighted, there's something wrong. Wilstrup. He looks out of place with his rough features and dirty hands. Good evening, ma'am. If you'll excuse us, my associate and I are in the middle of discussing a private wager. Oh, wait, so... Where is... What? Where in the absolute fuck am I going? Nope. Would be nice if I had a map. You hear papers rustling on the other side of the door. This must be the door to the market room, but it's closed. Knock. Oh my! Who is it? Gerda? Father? It's me! Gerda, goodness, what are you doing knocking? Come on in, silly. I'm nearly done here. What do these papers say? Those papers... I'm worried Father has gotten himself into something messy. I've noticed a few inconsistencies in his account, though nothing really explicit yet. But enough about that. My goodness, I'm glad to see your face. There are so many people out there. Danes, Germans, Nazis, smugglers. I really feel as though half of them are ready to thrust a knife into the other half. Aren't you excited to see Wolfgang? Of course, but Wolf has to make the rounds tonight. A social event is obligated when you're an officer. I must admit, events like these always make me a bit nervous. There's so much pressure to make a good impression. You always make a good impression. Of course you would say that. You're my oldest friend. But I still appreciate it. An expiring writer does need her material. I'll be out shortly. At least people seem to be enjoying themselves. You should join them. In a bit, I need to get myself together. Haven't any luck speaking with Father yet? No, he seems to be wrapped up in conversation with the Gestapo officer. Father has been keeping unusual company lately. I worry that he's up to more than usual. And mingle until dinner. You might be able to gain more information about what he's doing. Then I'm sure Father will be free to talk. Oh shit. Wait, no, that's good. How old is she? Uh, 25. Oh, so they were born the same, not the same time, but around the same time. It's open as though someone has been rummaging through it. Picking up jewelry for the banquet. Oh, that! Not quite. I'm afraid one of the maids might have taken something. A ring, a necklace. I can't find them anywhere. A ring! Star mentioned something, leaving a ring with him. So you should keep an eye on the maids. Yes, I think I will have to. How unfortunate. In any case, I'll be out shortly. Go mingle. Well, that didn't cost me any time. Don't worry, I'll be out before dinner starts. Wait a second. Even at the party, he looks ready to arrest someone. Ah, Frau Larsen, you made it after all. It's quite the manner, don't you think? A fine example of what can be done with when a person chooses to cooperate with ruling power rather than, well, you understand. Well, you're just approved Westergaard's purchase of some foreclosed farmland up north of town. It's quite the collection he's building up. His thin smile is masked with a tired face. Ah, Frau Lausten, another refreshment? Yes, please. Here you are. Oh, I'm kidding. Wait. He's about to rumor curiously he's hoping Margaret will show up. Now, Gerda, it's nice to see you socializing, Gerda. I'm glad you're not treating your husband's treason as scarlet letter. We can allow ourselves to be punished for the sins of others. There is no need to self-flagell and seek absolution, like your cousin. It seems she has become quite devout as late, and speak with the past so often. I'm not sure what to make of it. Who's this? Oh, Papa seems especially happy to be here. Oh, Gerda, I must learning so much more about the other guest. He doesn't like to talk about it, but did you know that the Wolfgang served under Rommel in the African campaigns? There must have been quite the adventure for such a noble young man. If I were young again. It shouldn't be long before dinner is ready. Brian has taken his shaking and he seems impatient. Or is it something else? Well, if it isn't the nurse. Awful busy these days. If you want to help that husband of yours, there's something you might be able to do for me. I'll come find you later. Herr Welt, he looks like he can't wait to leave this party. Good lord, half the people at this party are insufferable. I need to go need a drink or two. Can I join? Why not? Trust. I've got the perfect bus going right now. Am I getting drunk? Oh shit, if I start rambling, that's not good. Because she's standing around eyeing everyone's better. God, this sure is a big house. Do you know the fellow who lives here? I sure do. They must be then you must visit here all the time, Lucky. How many bathrooms do you think they have? A bunch, I bet. 337. Fine, I'll talk with you. Not you. God, what a lovely dish. God, I'm so glad you could make it. Here we need to serve this place. It's no wonder Westergaard has enough money to buy up all of those farms at north of town. Though I guess that's only a rumor. Wilsop, he's scanning everything in the room, as though taking an inventory. Damn nice house this is. Of course, no one gets a place like this without bending a few wheels. I heard this old fella factory was supposed to be a park, only he made some papers disappear. Smart man. Dinner is being served. Everyone, please find your way to the dining room. There you are. Listen, I might need your help with something after dinner. Come and find me in the smoking room. If you're useful, I promise the punchy fellow guarding your husband gets a stomach ache, eh? I suppose I should go join the others. Ah, that's our final guest. Please have a seat, Gerda. Then I think we can begin the feast. Why did the important table? I'm glad you could all join me this evening. Someone moving a house back there. It is vital that we Danes and Germans can come together to celebrate our shared values and history. Both of those are us native to this region, and our estimated visitors from abroad. Though cooperation we grow through cooperation we grow stronger. Through adherence we grow more secure, and through industry we shall grow more prosperous. Now let us drink to our coming good fortune. A raise of glass to our friends from Germany. Don't drink. Now let us see what Vera has spent all day cooking for us. If I drink anymore, I'm going to be fucking drunk. You already know how I am drunk. And you see, that's why Hitler's ascent was inevitable. There was really no other way for the situation to resolve itself. Oh, that's ever so insightful, Stahl. But what if the moderate had managed to form a coalition sooner? Then this party victory might have been delayed. I hardly think that's likely. Well, perhaps we'd better hear the opinion of the more natural party. What say you, Frau Larsen? Here for a meal, not a history lesson. Whoops. Yes, well, history is legacy that we care for, Larsen. That those who ignore it cannot see when it repeats itself. The blunder towards disaster. That is true. It might suggest another toast in the name of a glorious Reich. Here, 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 here. That's first year all of a sudden for Larsen. Speaking of Reich, how are the recent military campaigns going? The springs will see our armies better mobilized. Didn't you serve in Africa, Wolfgang? How was that? Africa, yes, Africa was difficult. I lost many comrades and friends. Oh, darling. Wait, is that... Wait, is... Oh, shit. No, that's a... Oh, clues. No. But we fought well and gave our opponents bullets to remember us by. It was quite a blow to hear Field Marshal Rommel's passing in the fall. He carried us through quite a difficult time. I'm glad you made it through. I'm glad you made it through. Yes, well, thank you, Gerda. There are certainly many grand dramas unfolding in this war, but I'm happy that our little town is playing this part, both in manufacturing and in receiving so many refugees from Germany. Here, my countrymen are most thankful for the Danes' accommodating nature. Why, just in 2 days' time have many displaced Germans will be passing right through your station. It is a good thing our little Tingley was rather quiet. Not for everyone. Some of us have had a very eventful week. There are people who invite trouble upon themselves. Your husband, Frau Larsen, is a prime example. Just yesterday he was giving opportunity to help himself, and instead he chose to give us fake lead, to send us on a wild goose chase. Needless to say, there were repercussions. Herr Stahl, what the devil? Oh no. Herr Stahl, I must speak with you. Then speak, soldier. In front of all these people. Go on, spit it out. Amateur. Oh, out with it. It's your son. He's gone missing. My son! Oh yes, sir. For some hours now. Right. Well, you'll have to all if you all have to excuse me. I clearly have some business to attend to. Well, that was unexpected. Holy shit, this is long. Star is gone. You could remove him again. Sure, the rascal has just had one his infernal adventures. Indeed, not being too easy attention. I don't want to get drunk. And what about you, gentlemen? Herr Westergaard has informed me that you are busy men from north. Surely you have found Germany's productivity beneficial to Denmark as well. Yes, our business has done quite well in recent times. Quite well. This dining is this dinner is taking forever. I need to speak with Westergaard. Digestive. Perhaps it's time for digestive. So eager to have the dinner over already. Well, very well, I suppose. We've been sitting long enough. Though in truth, I must attend to some business in my office. Please, all of you, feel free to mingle while I'm away. Wait, I have to speak with you. Ah! Westergaard disappeared before I had a chance to speak with him. I need to go to his office. Gossip. That was certainly a lively dinner. Well, I'm most excused by Westergaard, especially given the rumors I've just heard. Rumors? It seems he's been helping various resistance groups, and although he never very openly, it seems he wants to improve his reputation once the war is over. He's looking around for someone to talk to. Talk to Jacob! Oh god, it's so nice to be at an event with so the figure. Though it's a shame Stahl had to leave early. I do wish Mr. Westergaard hadn't filled out the rest of the table's guest list with much rabble. Have you seen the maids floating around drinking up all the booze? She's just having a good time. Too good if you ask me. It's not wonder she has to water down her own stock. Probably drink half the product herself. Probably not. She seems more relaxed around Wolfgang than others. Oh, are you quite sure? Oh, I'm not interrupting. Oh god, no, of course not. Wolfgang was just telling me about the Mikkelsons. They've sold their butcher shop to a German family and are moving to Aarhus. Can you believe it? They have been here for generations. Time changed. I suppose so. I do hope the new owners are just as good. I'm sure they will be. They are a very enterprising German family after all. No. Hey, this party is like something out of a mystery novel. So many different people, so many rumors. Did you hear that Westergaard is supposedly supplying resistance group? I'm not sure I believe it, but wouldn't that be something? What about you, Pelle? I think I had too much pork. You did. You ate all of it before I even had a piece. I had to. My mother said that the Mikkelsons are getting rid of their butcher shops. There won't be any more pork. You'd think the shop will still be there. Some German family bought it. Oh, that's enough, Gerda. I should see if I can clear people out of the room and reach Vestigar now. Psst, Gerda. Psst, Gerda. I'm glad you're here. I need to talk to you about something. Leva sent me to retrieve documents for the resistance. Whoever has our secret informant must have dropped them off by now. The documents are supposed to be somewhere in this room. That's whispering. That's what that means. Didn't tell me that shaky letters mean whispering. In the library? Yes. But I can't exactly rummage through these books with those two here. Mighty is one thing, but your dad ain't exactly a rebel. Can you get them out of here, please? I think the Reinhardt bastard has been looking for you, too. Best avoid him. You were looking at his body has gotten bigger and bigger. We can't keep meeting at our homes. Well, then have your German friends find your place. Please tell me you have a new conversation. I do, but it's about your inn. There's rumors going about you watered down the beer. And what piddly little gossip is throwing the deer around? My cousin Charlotte. Her! She's never even had a drink at my place. I'll go straighten her out. Now, she's my niece. Go easy on her. Thanks for the tip-off, Gerda. Can't let her besmirch a fine Danish institution like this. Finally. Thanks, Gerda. Now I can search these bookshelves for the message. Make sure no one pops in. Found it. Maybe it's best to keep it to yourself. The more I know, the worse things can get. It's an inventory list for the Vestigar's facility. Oh, he's not just storing radio parts. So what is in the factory? Oh God, my God, the Germans are keeping munitions there. Ammo, guns, explosives even. Here in Tinglev, it looks like it. Knowing Liva, she'll want to do something, and quick. The armies are being shipped south to Tuesday evening, I think. I'd rather get this to the resistance as soon as possible. The explosives listed here are just what they've been looking for. I have a feeling there's going to be another factory job. Thanks, Gerda. Factory! I said factory! What's that? Christ, you guys need to learn some German. Let's meet tomorrow. The old man is storing German guns in his factory. I'll get them for you. Guns! German guns! Yeah! Ah! Sorry to startle you, ma'am. You're afraid to speak with Mr. Vestigar now. I thought I wouldn't hope for much. He's not a very generous mood. He looks so powerful behind his desk. I'm positive he can help. Ah, Gerda. And in such a lovely dress. Did you suit yourself? Yes, I did. Quite this seamstress. Opportunity sport our fine garments. A few and far between these days. Though I must say, I think this banquet went quite well. Although I did find the pork to be a bit dry. I had to speak to Vera about that. Do you enjoy our meal? It was very nice. Finer food than I've had in a while. I'm glad to hear it. I do hope the evening provided you with at least some respite. I can imagine that the last few days has been easy. Maybe there's something I could do to help. Well, perhaps one of the maids could pack some of the leftovers. Or would you prefer a bottle of wine? Oh, a bit of extra heating oil? Also, maybe find something a bit more suspect. I suspect it has something to do with your husband, yes? Well then I suppose there's no avoiding the topic. But if we are to speak frankly and privately, this office is not a good place for it. I'm sure you notice the walls are quite thin. I fear we will have to brave the limits and speak on the balcony. But first a bit of schnapps to warm the bones. I mean... Yes, please. Cheers. Now let's get going. Oh wait, I'm supposed to go up, am I? Ah. Goodness! This wind cuts right through to the bones. Gerda, I hope it's not too cold for you out here. I really enjoy the crisp air. As I was saying inside, I'm sure you're aware that your husband's predicament is a sensitive topic. The man who visited him is just joined us for dinner. And let us not forget that it is my factory which was attacked. What is you would have me do? Use your influence well, Anders. My influence. That is a thing I've cultivated over many years in an exacting fashion. It is hardly an all-encompassing. Dealing with Germans requires a delicate touch. I cannot risk moving a finger unless I'm present with good reason. They're a suspicious lot. Shit. You don't have to tell me. Indeed, I imagine you know this better than most. I'm afraid the current anxiety of the occupants making things difficult. My factory and my workings are depending on stable relation with the occupants. This requires shipping Nazi goods. Margit and I found a German train manifest in your office. People might want to know about that. I wonder where that might have gone. But I'm afraid the shipping schedule is not the indictment you think it is. I supply the Germans with radio parts, quite publicly in fact. It only makes sense that we would communicate about logistics. Why? But you don't just ship radios, do you? There's nothing sorted about with a bit of trade. Not even when you're storing weapons. Endangering your workers by housing guns and explosives. I have spare room. It would be bad business not to rent them out if there is a willing customer. But I don't concern myself but what my clients keep there. Business requires trust. And but what the community's trust. I expect I'd lose them much faster if my factory were to shutter. And people lost their jobs. We must make the most of the opportunities presented to us. Which is why you've been buying land. All those foreclosed farms north of town. What do you have in mind? Oh, nothing in particular, but land is sound investment. It was a bank that foreclosed the land, and I'm just keeping it in Danish hands. If you are looking to intrude, Gerda, I'm afraid you've come to the wrong place. This could be this cold is really getting to me. I've got a perfect boss going right now. My business may not always be popular, but I don't make a habit of putting myself at risk. Not even buying illegal land, building on illegal land. I hear your factory was supposed to be a public park. If that came out, well, it might make things difficult. I'm afraid it's already too late for that. The factory has been built, the jobs are there, the taxes are paid. 10 years ago, such aspersions might have been a threat, but not today. But my dear Gerda, this conversation has taken such an adversarial tone. How long have your daughter friends with my daughter with my family? Since Margaret and I were children, exactly. You know I'm not a cruel man. Certainly business requires a bit of iron and a firm stomach, but I have not lost my humanity. Which is why you help the resistance, even if they attack you. Now there is a rumor that could cause trouble. When this war is over, I expect much of what I've done will come to light, but a premature reveal would only hinder me, and then I would be of no help to anyone, including Anders. I expect you came here hoping to get help for your husband, but I'm afraid I must decline. So there's nothing you can do. I'm not a magician, I can just make the cell bars disappear. My power does not come from an open opposition, my dear child. It is carefully constructed, diligently, and reinforced by mutual obligations. You must get others to rely on you in order for them to do your bidding. But just the same, you have brought many things to my attention, Gerda. And I must admit, I admire your tenacity. There was another person that said that to me a long time ago, around a year ago. His name was Nikolai. He was a fucking traitor. Are you that? And I must say, I admire, I respect your tenacity. You deserve something for your efforts. I'm afraid I don't have a habit of filling my pockets with valuables, but here the cigar might grease a few palms. You know I'm actually glad to be rid of them. I can't stand that stuff. But a businessman without a cigar is like a peacock without feathers, and we all have to make sacrifices to get what we want. Perhaps in time you will bend the situation to your advantage. I'm sorry, Gerda, but this is something you'll have to manage on your own. I have my own set of problems to deal with. I even made the mistake of letting my daughter get involved with a German officer. But each of us must put our own house in order first. Goodbye. Goodbye. So that's it. Perhaps it was foolish to expect anything of him, but I can't just let them take Anders away. I can hear laughter coming from inside. I've got no choice. If I want to save him, I have to break him out myself. Oh, Gerda, listen to herself. Break him out? What are you thinking? There's another burst of laughter coming from inside the banquet hall. You're not capable of something like that. But I have to try. I broke into the clinic to get the penicillin. I didn't expect that I would be able to handle that either. But it seems there are munitions at Westergaard's factory, and no resistance is interested in getting their hands on them. They might even use some to break out Anders if I help with their mission. And if they won't help, Ryan has similar plans. Okay, they're made for different stuff than you. Sterner, harder. Why don't you just give up? You've done more than enough. Isn't that what Anders would have said? I can still do more for him, for this town. Oh, but my hands are going numb. I should go home. There's nothing for me here now.
How strange it was to see such opulence after so many years of scarcity. Vestergaard had gone to great lengths to display his power and furnish the banquet with as much food and drink as the black market would allow. But his wealth fueled his power. He wasn't willing to do anything which would put that wealth at risk. I would have to save Anders on my own.
I had hoped guilt would drive him to do the right thing, but it seemed his conscience was not as troubled as mine. Westergaard was hoping to launder his reputation with a little flicks of generosity, and if I took his help, I was guilty of privateering him as him. In my attempts to pressure the old puppeteer with gossip, I had stooped to his level.
I had hoped guilt would drive him to do the right thing, but it seemed his conscience was not as troubled as mine.
Now I'm just really compassion. I'm compassionist. Monday, February 5th, 1945. That is it. Shut up. That is it for this episode of Gerda, A Flame in the Winter. Goodbye and good night, people.